Greetings. Wow, would you look at that? I actually posted 2 videos in 2 consecutive days. What a miracle. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of it today. I refactored my enemy's main script into a state machine and made it so that he can block. That is all. Only took me 2 hours. Gee, what an interesting day. Alright, here we are again. This was I don't want to say boring sesh, but I mean, you're gonna have boring days when it comes to this type of thing. So, let's see. Right off the bat, we have, as I just stated in the intro, 2 hours of footage to comb through here. I knew going into today from yesterday that I wanted to take my enemy behavior script that I have in Godot and refactor it into what we call a state machine. Oh yeah, for the first 2 minutes I think I just walked away. I just walked away from the footage. Oh yeah, and then yeah, so I was going to do this state machine update because basically what I was doing was I don't want to have a giant script that just controls everything that the enemy does, or else you're going to have a script that's over 1,000 lines long, and that's never fun. So that's what I was doing today. I already had a bunch of states in this script, just not in separate scripts, just in the main thing. We have all these states separated by their, controls on velocity and switching and direction. So yeah, that's real interesting. So yeah, I started blasting. No, I just started vibe coding, to be honest, because I mean that's how I do most of this shit. I took my player script. I have a player code base set up already. That's pretty much how I want things to be set up, where I have a state machine where there's one main script and then a bunch of these little nodes up here that actually control different behaviors and can switch based on what you're doing or what the enemy's doing. Yeah, I just pretty much told GPT what I was trying to do, and then I pasted all my shit with the player code base that I wanted to try to emulate, minus some obviously player-based inputs like camera and stuff. I didn't want the enemy to have that. This prompt took a while, huh? Yeah, so I had a player class called player state that I emulated as enemy state, that everything can use as a reference to itself within states, so that you're not constantly remaking references and whatnot, I think. Then we had the state machine itself, so for switching, just passes the state into the switch state function, and then you call that pretty much anytime you want to switch per state behavior thing. And then I think this, I was like, what the fuck is this? I was confused about this player variable specifically, because it was why is that in the enemy state script? But it's just to control how the enemy follows the player. Alright, so this isn't too interesting. I'm just setting up the individual states based on the chunks I already had. 17-18 minutes in, I was verifying that the animations were lining up. Nothing really crazy here. I'm adding the scripts for each state, and I just renamed them because I already had some states in the player scripts that were named very similarly, like jog and idle. So I didn't want those to get mixed up, so I just added an E before them. I'm sure that's going to work out really well when I add more enemy types. Oh yeah, here I was adjusting the enemy's attack speed. I thought that was really slow before. We're getting towards the end of this segment, I think. Yeah, I got this enemy type error that it did not like. I don't remember how I solved this. I think it was just a typo or something in the enemy state class, or the states weren't properly extending or something along the lines. Oh no, you had this variable enemy in this enemy state script that had to be like reinitialized, I think. I don't know. It was some weird bug. And then I had to readjust the distance variable because it didn't explicitly say what this distance variable was. I said it was a vector 2 because I was just guessing, and it's actually a float. Doesn't really matter. It's not too interesting. I just yeah, after that initialization correction and then the fixing of the distance variable, it did end up working after 33 minutes. You can see I start testing it out, and there he is, behaving normally, exactly how he was behaving in the prior one script version of it. So now he's properly set up for a state machine code base. So that is good. Let's keep going. I remember thinking, I'm pretty sure I thought that was all I was gonna do for this session, so I was a little like lost. Yeah, I started walking up this stairwell that I didn't show off last video. It's interesting. It's like one of the 3 areas that I made that's not finished at all. Yeah, there's like a little catwalk or whatever here. I was just jumped off and died. I do end up jumping off the edge. Spoiler alert. There she goes. And I have a plane below the map that respawns you with that cube. Alright, so yeah. Oh yeah, and I walked to the other chamber as well. I don't really care to show that off right now, even though it's probably more interesting than anything I'm doing here. Yeah, so I was happy about that, as you can see here. Done in 33 minutes. So yeah, I just moved that to the done list, completed. And then I was like, okay, I want to do either one of these notes next, either hitboxes and, you know, hit detection, or the camera lock on next. So I was like debating which one to do. Let me move my guy. So I was thinking that the hitboxes would be more rewarding, like getting things to actually work rather than the camera. But I did realize that like the next 30 seconds that, or not the next 30 seconds, that like next minute or two, that I didn't have the enemies blocking mechanic figured out or hooked up at all. The next bit, oh, hold on. This is stupid. I ended up deciding on this one, and I added, is he up next out of Atlanta? It's a good question. Yeah, so here I realized that I don't even have the blocking done. So yeah, that's pretty much what I spent the next hour doing after this. Yeah, I was just talking about how I could just move on without doing the blocking, but it would be kind of weird if I didn't. So yeah, I restructured my little to-do list here, and you have a bit more structure as to what I'm actually working on. We have doing, to do, and then burner, like back burner. So these are things that I will get to, but then we have more prominent things to work on next, and then the top tier is what I'm actually doing. Nice. There he is. Okay. So yeah. Oh yeah, and then I started doing a little diagram of how I want the enemy to actually behave. Like, he'll stand. This is pretty much how it functions in any FromSoft game, where your enemy will, I mean, unless they're from fucking Bloodborne, where they just kamikaze your ass. The enemy will like stand off for a minute, and, like block and be defensive, and, like strafe and stuff. What was I typing here? I just had a hair in my mouth. Nice commentary post me. That's real helpful. God motherfucking damn. Oh yeah, here I am showing off the beautiful animations I've done for my stick guy. He looks like he's been sprayed with 500 layers of starch. He's just like a board. I mean, that's literally what he is. He's just a board walking around. So yeah, this next whole part was just me vibe coding my way to success. Now, I don't fully vibe. Oh yeah, so like, let's see. I was going back in and trying to hook up the animations first, because you have the animation tree that you have to control your Blender animations in. It's how everything is done. Now this is fucking redundant. I shouldn't have that many nodes stitched together, but that's how I did it for my player. I'll have to fix that at some point, but yeah, I was complaining about how this thing works. Here I am just wiring those animations into this little diamond input map. It looks intimidating and weird, but it's not that bad. Of course, until you get into the fucking scripting, and after that the pathing becomes a bitch and a half to deal with, and that's pretty much all I had for this next bit. I don't really feel like going over this too much here, because it's more or less just me struggling to get it to work properly. I think I had him set so that he would stop after a distance, and then so I didn't have it working yet, but just messing around with the model there for whatever reason. Yeah, so then I was trying to figure out the conditions to make him block, like whether he would get within a certain distance of the player, or maybe if there's like a timer or something. So we started adding that. I had to edit the jog state to make sure that he would get into it. I took a break here because I was sweating and had to pee. What a good combination. It took a solid like 5 minutes or some shit. So GPT was saying to add this like timer and print statements to make sure that we were actually getting into the block state. And then here we see that it does work. He does stop, but he doesn't like show his animation or anything. I don't think I actually got him to follow me at the end, but he does. I forget what the actual solution was. I think it was just an issue with how I had my blend tree or something set up. Though we know it was getting into the block state at that point because it was printing that it was in the block state. For the longest time I thought it was a path issue, so I was checking the player state to make sure I didn't have anything strange going on, but I'm pretty sure that was fine. It might have been the thing I changed. I do remember changing it near the end, so hell, I honestly don't even fucking remember what the solution was. I just kept changing stuff until it worked. Yada yada yada. Just trying to debug different conditional statements. Yeah, at one point he was jittering between animations, so I knew I was kind of close. It might have just been a lack of switching between states, because I know we did update the jog and the idle and whatnot. Yeah, so we're near the end here. What was the final... I don't want to say final solution. You know what I mean. What was the final thing that did it? I think we added a function somewhere. Yeah, the can block function. And then we called that within our attack, execution, and jog, which is pretty much where he was entering the block animation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what did it. Yeah, and I was just double checking whether that if statement was there. Did I miss it? I think I missed it. Yep, there he goes. See my mouse shaking in excitement that I got it to work. So he doesn't do anything, it just he just stops and blocks for now, which is fine. I'll add strafing hopefully next time. We'll see. Alright, that's all for now. I got nothing else to say. Did I add anything else? Yeah, so I was just saying to basically refine blocking next time. Yeah, I was saying I don't need anything fancy, just like strafing. Whoops. Oh yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Alright, that's all I did today. See you guys.